Alright, so yeah, let's check that out a little bit here. Yeah, clean that up a little bit. Let me slide this puppy over because that's not working. That's not working at all. How about that? Is that working? Still not working. Alright. Great. Oh man, it's the little things. It is the little things. Let's see. No. Nope. Just things just don't want to work. And that's alright. Yep, that's fine. Hey, look at that. Well, I got that working again. Okay, that's good. Nice. Put that up in its proper location. There you go. All right. So, if you're with me, awesome. If you're not, then hey, maybe you're watching this later. Maybe you pick up something new to learn, or something to look at that you didn't think you were going to look at before. Who knows? Maybe that's how it goes. But yeah, what I do is I just kind of pop on, do a little TA, scope out some charts, just kind of do my thing. You know, this is my spot. I am currently on, depending on what platform you're on. If you are on with me, let's see, YouTube, Twitch, and Stream.me. I currently have the chat windows open for YouTube and Twitch, but then I gotta kind of cycle back and forth. I had some issues with that earlier, so sorry. if you're asking a question and you're in one of them and I'm not answering, I'm probably not looking at that one. You may want to swing over to the other one. But I currently have the YouTube window open, so we'll take it from there. But again, there was tons of issues earlier, as you would know if you were looking at one of the older streams. It's a constant battle, but that's all right. No problem. So what I want to do first is, after I stop messing around on this other monitor over here, which is now giving me nothing but problems, I want to pull up some charts, take a look at some things. I got a few active trades going, so I'd like to see where I'm at with those, because of course I'm curious. Yeah, it's just, and I'll tell you what, nothing works. Nothing works. Nothing works. Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, it's all right. Let's do something here. Let's take a look. We're looking at Bitcoin on the MEX after this big move here. We had a big giant move up. This was yesterday. Now, I guess technically speaking, it was on the 8th, and some of you guys are probably already on the 10th. But for UTC times, before this candle closed out on the daily chart, this is an hourly, but before it closed out, yeah, painted this giant wick. Yesterday's trading was sideways at best. I mean, it was literally sideways. I don't remember the last time I seen this, but I'd like to show it to you because it's pretty funny. Yeah, these are some of the issues we had earlier, but look at this candle right here. Now take a look at this up here, right? The OHLC. Take a look at that. 0.00% movement. Right? So basically from open to close, nothing happened. I mean, nothing at all. So pretty interesting day of trading. You could certainly say sideways, absolutely sideways. Nothing going on there. Yeah, so that's that. So we were looking at this bull pennant, right, because the pattern that it formed after coming up and making that big move, was hoping for a pullback to somewhere near the 382. Haven't gotten it yet, even with the front run over here. Still wasn't able to make it. Started painting higher lows and lower highs. So that gave us this symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle with a long post down below. This would be the pole. And that gives us a bull pennant. So now you look for a breakout above the pennant with a usually a close. So you want to break out above, you want to close and retest, and then you're looking for an ABCD move. So basically the height of this move here. So you want to go from the bottom to top, and you're looking at 11% move. You want to repeat that from the breakout. All right, so you would grab. Oh, of course. Why wouldn't that happen? So you want to grab this, and you could just pick it up and move it, make it nice and easy. So you're looking at the height, right? So judging by this, because this is in logarithmic scale. So that would bring us to an expected level of 40.43. Which, you would look for a confluence in other areas as far as what may be resistance zones coming in, other factors, EMAs, SMAs, all sorts of things. Right? This would also just be your traditional ABCD. Right? So distance from A to B, right? Whatever your slice is over here, should equal C to D. Okay, so that's kind of how that works, give or take. No projection on time though. All right, that's not how these work. So, it could be one candle like this, or it could be like that. Right, but you're looking at height though, like A, B, C, D. All right, so that's something to keep an eye out for. Of course, you gotta take care of business first, right? So you need to get up out of this, which you're running out of room anyway. So we'll see something tonight, as far as this pattern is concerned. It may just break and invalidate it. Anyway, you already got this right here, this little wick. So it's only just barely a lower high, only just barely, but it still is. So lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, higher low, higher low. All right, so 2 touches to the downside, 3, 4 touches to the resistance side. So we'll see. Something's gonna happen eventually, and I want to see what it is. All right. So what I like to do now, at least with my workflow, I go over to the price action scanner, which has been an unbelievable time saver. So for me, this is pretty sweet. I get to hop on here, take a look at what's going on, and then really just justify the charts that I'm pulling up. Oh, that's coffee. That's coffee, and it's good. It's so good. It's so incredibly delicious right now. See, now I'm looking over at Twitch, and I just can't seem to get anything working here. It's a shame too. I like the platform, but the YouTube platform is good too. So if you're with me on YouTube, it says 1 watching now. I would imagine that's probably me watching myself, because that's what I do. Yeah, I'm used to it. It's cool. I talk to myself. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, so we're nearing the end of the week. Tomorrow is the weekly close. So I'm going to keep it on the D7 for now. I'm going to keep it on BiFibo. I want to see what peak gains are in the last 7 days. And I want to take a look at the trend and see if it's interesting enough for me to pull up a chart. And get an idea with the last 7 days of trading, what we've gained and what we pulled back to. So let's see. BTT can't do nothing here. GRS. So GRS only has 3 sideways with a bullish tone. Longer time frames, 12 and daily. our bearish tone, and it looks like heavier trading to the south side, 1530, and 5 has turned light pink. All right, so again, not much over there. It peak gained 86, but it also gave back 83% of that 86 gained, which means it's on its way to the 886, and that just might be too deep of a retracement for me to mess with. So that could be, you know, ideally be looking at some type of trend reversal, and in which case this would be headed to the south side. ADX BTC sideways with a bearish tone on the daily, 72% up in the last 7 days, 81% retraced. So this is kind of like a no-no for me. On top of that, it's a small cap coin, but look at all that volume. That's real good volume. Almost 2,000 bitcoins. That's fantastic. Scouts, yo, hey, it's the first viewer of the night. Scout, what's up, man? Yo, Scott, if you want to join, let me know, and then I'll switch. I can switch out audio so that you're in, because right now I'm in a different channel. So let me know if you want to join. I can't get you anything for sharing the screen, unfortunately, not with this particular setup. But you know, can always do something down the road. All right, so let's see. We looked at BTT, GRS, ADX, ARC. So ARC on the 6. Let's see, bearish, but 12 and daily green. So it looks like we got a bit of a pullback going on here over the 5 and a 15 minute. 53% gain in the last 7 days, retraced already 75%. So this could be a candidate for a 786 entry. Let's take a look at ARC BTC. I want to see what's going on there. Let's take a look. ARC BTC. So we've already messed with this one here. Yeah, this was the brutal, slow death retracement. Coming out of this consolidation range, which is something that we'd like to see. So this was the step down. We've seen this in a few different coins. So you had this larger, this whole thing is range trading. I'm also in an hourly, so let me throw a daily on. Make a little bit more sense. Yeah. So we came out of this larger zone, which was all range trading, right? So put it in a view that makes sense to you. But I like to see kind of like the whole trend. So for me, I like this. This gives me a real good view on a daily chart. What's going on here? Right, just in a quick glance, what's up? Right, we got a high, we got a lower high, we got a lower low, we got a lower low. All right, well, we're in a downtrend. I mean, it's as easy as that. Right now, we were just talking about ABCDs. This is probably a prime candidate here. Right. So 1.8 and a 0.4. All right, so not a perfect ABCD, but pretty close. Anyway, so once we got to this pivot point here, right? Once we got to 818, the larger portion of the downtrend, the slope of the downtrend stopped. Let's see. I'm cool right now. Just do your thing. Love me some ARC. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Scout's a good dude. Scout is a good dude. So if you're watching this live, it's just me and Scout. But if you're watching this another day, and go look up Scout. All right. So once we got into this zone here, like I said, we hit 818, right? Things got a little bit boring. So this pullback here would have made sense with the sharpness of the slope coming down, and then this happened, right? So this was, you know, far more important than I think people gave any credit to. That candle, or this candle, I should say, the bullish candle, this ended this massive downtrend. So all of that trading, all of it, from January 9th, right? The second it hit that candle, we went sideways. All right. So we came down here. It was a touchdown. A little dead cat bounce, right? Smash, bang, boom. But when you found support right here, this is such a key level. So for me, I'm doing this. and I don't care what anybody says about it. Well, I'm throwing that on there. This to me is a significant level. Now I get it. We broke it here, and we went down further, right? But this zone right here, to end what would have just been a regular retracement back. So if we took our fib here and we said, all right, well, this was the move, right, high to low, and we had a retrace to the 382, just about the 382. We came back, right? Every other time so far, that should have been expected to continue further down the line. It didn't. So that holds weight in my book. Anyway, so moving forward. So we come up a little bit, but you fail to make a higher high, right? So you're not trending now. You haven't reversed course. You haven't made a higher high, and then you make another low. So you made a lower low right here. You made a higher low. Now you made a lower low. Over here you made a lower high instead of a higher high. So everything's wrong. Everything that could go wrong in a trend reversal happened right here. That being said, once we swung out from this zone down here, we found support, we bounced back. Now we have our low. We have a higher low, a higher high, a higher high, a higher low. This is a problem right here because this is a lower high. And then this is a problem right here because it's a lower low. So now we have to zoom in on that zone. Right? So now this is what we did last night. So now we have this range. That's what we care about. So when this range happens, right, we sort of, not that we laser focus in on it, but we wanna take this for what it is. We want to break out of this range. Now, in all fairness, we could easily do something like this. You know, and for all intents and purposes, this is our range. Right? So that's what we want to break out of. You saw you break out here, right? But like to look at historical data on that specific coin. All right, so ARK is going to behave differently than Bitcoin, which will behave differently than Ethereum. Now, yes, the overall chart may look similar as far as there was a peak in December. There was a trough in February. There was another peak in late April, May. There was another trough in October. Yeah, that may look similar, but this is all different. This is all different. All right. Big daily candle up, posted 9.5% gains. Okay, but in reality, what'd you peak at? Let's take a look. Right at the bottom of that candle, draw it up. Your peak was 24%. This is a 24% candle, right? That ended up 9% posted. So let's just call it 25 and 10, and you could say you've easily lost over 50% of that gain, right? Just in that candle. Now what happened after that? You got a retrace. You got a nice pullback, didn't you? But you failed to do anything with it. All right. Then you came back down even further. So this move right here, right? Not good. Not good. In fact, you're almost 100% retraced. All right, from that. So pullback, forget about pullback. It's over. The move's over. You got another big candle up here, right? You came back down. You only came down just a tiny little bit. We'll call that maybe 50% from this move. And you barely got, no, you didn't. You didn't even get over a full retrace, right? So you never retraced back, which is terrible. Another big move up here, right? And retracement 100% down the next day. You actually lost. Not good. So am I going to put a ton of faith into this big giant candle? Not based off of this history, no. I don't know, but I will certainly watch it, which is what we did. Right, so we put our fibs up and we watched it, and you know we're kind of watching it fail, which is what it's currently doing. So it's making its way to the 786. You know, I could throw an 886 on here just so you know we can watch it eventually, if and when it gets there, so we can at least make a little bit more sense out of it. So let's see here. We'll just throw an 886 on. Yep, perfect. All right, so this will give us just something else to look at, which ends up being the high, right, of that swing low. So not beautiful, not at all. I'd like to see what this looks like on the hourly. Yeah, that slow death is, yikes. It's rough. Because this is actually a good move. Like, this was a good retrace. But like we saw earlier, if it failed to do anything with it, it couldn't even make its way back. So that's a shame, you know. There's not much you could do with this. You know, we're going to watch this thing, you know, fail and go sideways again and have another pump and have another dump. So, I don't know, you lose some excitement out of there because you want to get in on a trade, but you want to get in on a quality trade. You want to get in on something like this. It's just not doing anything for you. You know? Doing great things, man. Keep it up. Thanks, Scout. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. Yo! Scout's all over the place. He's making me check all the chats. Yeah, and I still can't seem to fix this anyway, so I don't know what's going on here. It's cool. It's cool. Like I said before, ain't nothing but problems. Nothing but problems. Yeah, so see if I could do this quickly, then that would be all right. But it just seems like, yeah, it just seems like too many issues. Too many problems. Too many problems. What do we got here? What's that button do? Kind of want to press it. Alright, I pressed it. Oh no! Why did I do that? I don't know what I did. I think I might have messed everything up. Oh, well, that's alright. I'm sure everything will be fine. Yeah. Yep. Well, still, I just, you know, you would think it's freaking 2019. You would think things would be just a little bit better. But they're not. That's what kills me. It kills me every time, and I say it all the time. You know, I'm not impressed with 2019. Just not impressed with it. All right, anyway, what else do we have here? I'm just babbling at this point, so that's fine. I don't mind. I'll continue to talk to myself. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Load. There you go. There you go. All right, let me sort this, get it rolling. Peak gains. We look at ARC. We said no to ADX, no to GRS, no to BTT. All right, HC, I remember we looked at earlier. I'm not going to pull that up. Theta is just cruising. 7 days, 43 up, only gave back 2%. Let's look at it. Theta BTC. Let's take a look. Huh. Well, hourly looks good. Yeah. This is an interesting looking chart. Look at that rounded bottom though. Rounded bottom, handle, blast off. That's a nice looking cup. It's an ugly cup. I should take that back. It's a terrible looking cup. But if it truly did play out this way, then that's pretty impressive. So you would have your cup, you had a small cup and handle right here with that little retrace. Let's take a look at our cup and handle here. Let's do this. Not going to get super technical with it. I just want to see something. All right. What do we got? Right down to the 618. You look at that. Huh. So, yeah, this is good. Actually, I can put that over there. This is pretty good. It's an ugly looking cup, I'm not gonna lie. And there's no point in forcing it. I mean, the pattern's already over, but this is pretty good. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so Mega Cup, retrace to the 618, blast off. See you later. We're out of here. We can measure this guy, right? So from the bottom of the cup to the top. 60% move up, and then we get the breakout, handle breakout. That would be a 37% move. That'd be a 1-to-1, and that would be our target line here. And I would want to see what happened in previous price history, which is great. You know what? This is really nice. So this is what I like to see. You know, some type of confluence, horizontal support resistance. I mean, are you kidding me? Right. So listing, I guess, happened in early June ish. No, late May. All right, in late May. So I try not to look at the listing candle because it's usually just a joke. This one was actually a little bit different. This one actually pumped, which is strange. They almost always dump. But in any event, I would still do this. Let me put on a different. Okay. So this would give me the indication of the very first move of interest and the very first line of support. All right. And you could see, maybe you can't see. Maybe I messed that up for you. Clean blue? Let's try that one. There we go. So you'll be able to see, once I slide this over, ish, kind of like that. The horizontal line that I drew based off that cup and handle over here, this guy, right? Target zone area based off the cup and handle pattern, lines up with the 382 from the very first move down, which is the area that was first found for resistance while trying to make a move up. After the downtrend, trying to make a move up, it ended up just being a retrace to the 382, further downside. Okay? So, actually really cool. Now, it did tap the 5. It almost went to the 618. But, body-wise, this line makes a lot of sense. Resistance, 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 no, resistance, and by that time it's gone. So really cool stuff. That's the kind of confluence I like to see. So if I were in something like Theta, and this thing's just ripping along, doing its thing, I might be looking at profit target, front running, 26.38, maybe by whatever, a handful of sats, maybe 100 sats or something. Now, we could take a look at the bigger move. What's the bottom here? All right. So, yeah, not much there. 618 on the handle is nice. This next move, so yet another big move up. All right. Coming down to just about the 5, past the 382, just about the 5. All right, so, you know, I might be saying, you know, for the move, I'm saying this was probably the move, right? This is the 618 here. So, do something like that. 2618. So let's do this. What do we got? So the 2618 ballpark would have been a target from, you know, way down south. In fact, I don't know that it would. I don't know that I would use this, but yeah, like, yeah, it's technically the bottom, but there was a lot of other trading here. This is what I like. This is a nice round bottom. It's actually another cup and handle. Here's the cup, retrace to the handle, and then up. And that, sure, for the shallowness of that, yeah, you definitely hit your targets on that trade. But the bigger cup and handle, swinging up, 618 down, which is deep, by the way. So, you know, hopefully you're out there and you're watching. But that is a deep retracement. We look for, or I'm sorry, I look for retracements, you know, in the ballpark of 382 to 618, but ideally like 382 to the 5 in that zone. But this ended up being a 618, so that's okay, no problem. So let's see, I would keep this. Well, I'm getting rid of this, and I'm getting rid of this, and I'm looking for this. All right, so that's kind of like my target area. But this has been a good trade. Okay. Let's see. Currently trading here. This is on the daily. Let me go to 24. So we're looking at 18 hours to close this candle. Like to have it close above this left side. This would be the previous high. So that would be ideal. Well, what other kind of movers we got? Anyone? Let me poll the crowd. Oh, man. All right. GTO, BTC. 42 up, 65 down. 16 million on the market cap. Almost 1,800 Bitcoin volume. Oh, I'm sorry. That's NPXS. No. Yeah. Look at that. That's a lot of trading volume for, what is it? 16 million small cap coin? 42 up, 65 down. So you blew it on the 618. That was a loss. You could be going down 786. You could have already started to lose the trend altogether. GTO BTC. Let's scope it out. Let's scope it out. So yeah, I like to pull back a little bit, get just a generalized idea. 1, 2, 3 big giant moves, and then adios. So 2 separate ranges over here. Let's get this out of here. And it looks like yep. Yeah, it looks like something like that, and you could probably do this. Yeah. That's probably fair. Alright, so you got an upper range and you got a lower range. What I would like to see with this. First, more volume coming back would be nice. Alright, and then I like to see a break of the range. You can see like this big move here, 34%. That ended up failing. Hoping for something with a little bit of a little momentum would be nice. You got this up here, but you would have considered this one move, and then, you know, right down the toilet it went. But I want to get out of this range. I want to get out of here. I want to be up here somewhere. Ideally past this consolidation. Because I don't want to deal... Yeah, I don't really want to deal with this. Yeah. Wow, that's a good breakdown right there. That's really nice. So you would have been following this downtrend, down, 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 pull back, down, down, down. Whoa, you pulled back, reverse course, failed to make another lower low. So right here, you would end up drawing this line. Right? Traded back up again. Then you saw that line held. You broke through the line. At which point you would think to go short. Man. At that point you would think to go short. Came back for a retest. Flipped it down and over. Right, so pretty good. It's good to spot those things even in hindsight. To get just an idea of what those patterns look like. Now, somebody else might have drawn that like this. Okay? Could have drawn this. This was a descending wedge. In which case, you wouldn't have gotten into the trade until you broke the downside. No retest. None. All right, so that's it's just good you get your eyes going in that direction. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I think that'll wrap it up. I don't think I'm coming back on tonight. I mean, I might, but I don't know. I got a ton of work to do, and I need to be doing that work. This is mostly just to test out the stream because it was in dire need of something earlier. Or I was barely able to move these charts around. And even like pulling them and grabbing them would take, a couple minutes for it to decide that it wanted to do that. So this is more of a test than anything else, but we got to say hi to a few people. All right, so that's it. I'll see you on the exchanges, and happy trading.